I'm searching for my inner fairy. I'm trying to awaken my fairy within.
Awaken the fairy within.
The fairy within.
Welcome to Get Famous on YouTube number 5. We're continuing with our cause, Fight for the Fairies.
Fight for them.
We're going
to awaken them within and then fight for them. Once you've woken them up, you fight for them.
And I'd like to say we've been contacted by the Association of White Witches for the Advancement of Fairies, and they're very upset, and we owe a public apology. They want us to know that we're never going to see Snowdrop, the fairy flower, a flower fairy, who we were looking for last week on Awaken.
And if you haven't seen that sketch, you have to go to Awaken the Fairy Within.
Yes. Okay. Because while we were filming on Jackie's mum's balcony, an unfortunate incident occurred.
Yes.
We were looking for Snowdrop the flower fairy.
And sadly,
we not only ruined Jackie's mum's flowers, and I'm very sorry, Valerie.
Sadly,
we also killed Snowdrop.
Yes. Apparently, we didn't know.
We didn't know.
No.
We didn't know. One of us inadvertently sat on her. Now, apparently she did scream out as she saw a great big arse heading towards her little fairy head.
But the reason why is that really...
We didn't hear her because we were too busy arguing about who's going to play Tinkerbell, who bought the wings, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, but you weren't supposed to be playing Tinkerbell. Well, that was our
Can we leave that now? Can we just leave the attitude?
You weren't. That was mine. That was mine. I should have those wings.
We've been told that the reason we couldn't hear her little fairy screams and see her little fairy blood squirting out was because we don't believe in fairies. We don't believe hard enough.
That's right. And you can't awaken the fairy within unless you believe in the fairy within. So the witches said they're coming to cleanse the flat, defumigate and deneutralise because my mother's flat apparently has dead fairies everywhere.
Apparently we can't see them, we can't hear them, we can't hear them, you know. So every time we've been walking around, we're going, there's another one gone, there's one gone, there's one gone.
So if you don't believe at home, you see, there's no point in joining our cause. You've got to
fight for the fairies.
Well, but you've got to believe in the fairies before you fight for them. So they're coming with their brooms and their
white witches.
White witches.
Juniper and Hollyberry are coming to cleanse the flat.
Hollyberry?
Yeah. Hollyberry, yeah.
And
Hollyberry's coming from the White Witches to cleanse the flat with Juniper.
Hollyberry's playing a White Witch?
No, Hollyberry, Holly.
Oh, okay.
So they're coming with the broomsticks. They're going to be smudging, which is a Native American
No smudging on my mother's carpet.
No, it's dried herbs and you burn them and smoke goes round and gets rid of all the...
my mother's flat.
You know, and a Balinese bell who ting the nasty spirits out. And
no burning and smudging on my mother's carpet, otherwise
no. And we
would
would
worse than killing the flowers last week.
Sorry about it. We would like to add as well that there is news from the government that there may well be a public inquiry.
You can look at that video. Please go and look at that video because you can't see where the death occurs in that video. You can't.
You can't.
Because I've looked at it many times.
Yeah, can't.
I don't know. I didn't hear.
Whose arse was it?
We
don't know.
Well, I've got a suspicion. Whose arse is it?
Yeah, I think it was Bluebell's, but we don't know. We don't know.
No, we don't.
And if there is
a
public inquiry
into the death, arse was big enough to
into the death of Snowdrop, then we will cooperate fully with the police.
Okay.
In any lines of inquiry, the fairy police.
When you spoke to the witches, did you ask them about my whole thing about you know what I'm talking about, the god fairy?
Oh yes. Oh, yes. Did it exist? Was there such thing as a god fairy? I did ask them, and they told me. Yeah, they said no. It was a load of old bollocks.